Hey, this is Mark Rodriguez.
This is Johnny Rodriguez, and you're watching the Video Game Masters.
In today's episode, we're going to go a little bit back in time to one of our old arcade favorites like Final Fight, Street Fighter, and Arch Rivals. Today we're talking about the Konami 4-player beat-em-up Vendetta, also known as Crime Fighters 2 in Japan.
That sounds awesome. I hope the game's as good as it was, like how I remembered it back in the day. But you know what? That game's only 4 players though. We're only 2 people. We need at least a 3rd player to play this game.
Mark Senpai, Johnny Senpai, 心配しないで。一緒にクライムファイトをしましょう。
Oh man, thank goodness we got subtitles.
Hey, Chiku-chan, what's up? Well, you know, the thing is that you're over there. We need somebody here, like somebody like poking through that can actually play the game here where we're at.
Yeah, we need someone that's like actually in town, you know what I mean?
Alright. Okay, guys. Just give me some room. Okay? I want to use one of my secret ninja techniques. Oh, I just hope that I studied my Kujin correctly. Oh, I've been working up to this for so many years. Oh, I just hope I to get it right this time. Oh my goodness. I'm wearing the right gloves, right? I have the right gloves for this one. Okay, this should work. Okay. I must focus. I must picture the location. Must make the space. Okay. Making my space. Okay. Here I go. Rin. Pyo. To. Jin. Let's Zen.
Whoa, what the hell? You weren't kidding.
Oh my goodness.
How'd you do that?
Kujikiri or Kujin. I can't believe I got it right. I ended up here. I didn't end up like, you don't want to know where I've been. So, hi guys.
Hey.
Oh my goodness, can you show those sweet moves again?
But I'm wearing my special gloves. I can't do it with the gloves because then I would transport. I can't believe it. I even have all my clothes this time. Okay, ready? So first I used Rin. Let's see. Rin. Pyo. Da. Oh my goodness, I'm getting nervous again. Because I actually made it. I can't believe it. To. Jin. Zen. But see, I'm not transporting this time because I'm not wearing my special gloves.
Oh goodness. Well anyways guys, before more unexpected guests show up, let's check out Vendetta.
Yeah, let's check it out.
But before we do that, I think I need to get into something a bit more comfortable. Vendetta was released by Konami in 1991 for the arcades. Even though it was called Crime Fighters 2 in Japan, this game has a whole new story and new characters. The evil dead-end gang has kidnapped the Cobra's gang member Kate, and now Bloodhawk, Boomer, and Sledge are out to rescue her.
Now it's kind of obvious that Hawk is based on Hulk Hogan and Sledge is based on Mr. T, but Boomer is based on Jean-Claude Van Damme and Blood is based on Wesley Snipes. So yeah, the Dead End Gang really fucked up when they pissed these guys off.
Johnny, what's wrong?
Well, it's not the same. I mean, I think this game needs all 4 players. Play it right.
Yeah, but we're gonna find a 4th player.
Drew in the house. Thought you were looking for a 4th.
Hey, there you go. Come on in, buddy.
Dude! Awesome! Alright, let's get this party started.
The Cobras go through 6 stages, fighting their way to the dead-end gang members, each stage being broken up into several sections. You have a button for punches and another button for kicks, But one noticeable thing is the lack of a jump button, something that's kind of rare for beat 'em ups. Somehow Johnny and I didn't really notice or care about this much back in the day, but we sure did find it kind of strange nowadays. The closest thing you have to a jump is the super attack when you press both buttons at the same time, which is usually some kind of jumping lunge attack. You also have holds and throws, and you can hit the enemies when they're down for extra damage. As you fight your way through the game, you find boxes and barrels with food to refill your health, and you can also find weapons. The weapons range from chain whips to baseball bats and even shotguns to outright blast your enemies into oblivion. You can also hit the enemies when they're down with the chain whip or send them crashing into walls in the background with your baseball bats. That's always awesome. The first stage has to hit the bridge and enter a warehouse. This is where you get used to fighting against the regular punks armed with knives and spiked baseball bats. The boss here is Buzzsaw Bravado, who is armed with a big ass buzzsaw. Sometimes he drives it into the ground and it takes a while for him to pull it back out, which leaves him wide open for attack. The second stage is the auto-controlled structure where you ride on an elevator like most beat 'em up games have you do, and you fight amongst buildings that are still stuck under construction. Here you fight Joe Osugi as a sub-boss who fights using a Kusari Gamma but can also throw shuriken if you're far away from him. Then you fight on an unfinished skyscraper and face the real boss, the Missing Link, a giant brute covered in chains. Stage 3 is Power in the Darkness, where you hit the streets and fight in a convenience store. This is where you face women that fight using whips, very similar to Linda from Double Dragon. You also enter a casino and fight the Rude Bros, who are twin brothers, except that one is very short and jumps around, and the other is very tall. This reminds me of an evil twin brother duo with the same dynamic in the Simpsons arcade game. I mean, they're both made by Konami, so who knows if someone there just really likes the short brother, tall brother dynamic. Stage 4 is the Bay Area, which is kind of a shorter stage but has shotgun-toting enemies. The boss here is Cruel Kurt, who fights swinging an anchor around. Watch out when he starts spinning because he's invincible when he does this. Stage 5 is breaking into the hideout, where you do just that as you fight your way through the game's tougher enemies and go to the top floor to fight against the final boss, Faust. While Faust fights unarmed at first, he does eventually grab a gun and tries to shoot you down, similar to Machine Gun Willie, Mr. X, and Belger. These final beat 'em up bosses sure love to cut the BS and just mow you down, even if it means taking out their fellow gang members when they're trying to do it.
After you beat the big boss and rescue Kate, it's not over yet. The Dead End Gang isn't going to just let you walk away. You'll have to face all of the bosses in the game in a huge gauntlet boss rush as an extra final stage. Good luck.
And finally, there were some rather controversial differences regarding outdated stereotypes in the original arcade game. Remember, this was still made back in the early 90s. These rather interesting looking fellows would actually hump the player as part of their attack, even when they were down on the ground, which looks much worse. While the dogs were still in all versions, other than biting you and stuff, in the original arcade game, some of them would also hump you. Vendetta was released for the PlayStation Network on July 2021, and even though it features an American version and an international version, which is called Crime Fighters 2, both versions censored these guys out and also got rid of the dogs with their humping tactics.
Okay, I'll go first. So I thought the game was, I don't know, nothing exciting, nothing worthwhile, nothing to shout about. The graphics are so-so, the background music sounds kind of like Ninja Turtles because it's so Konami, but it's like the game doesn't look nowhere near as good as Ninja Turtle games. And the worst part of the game is that the characters don't jump. They do like some weird, like a jump attack, but they don't have an actual like jump button. So it's kind of annoying, so if you want to avoid certain things, you can't really just jump like how you would do it in any other regular game. And the game doesn't have the special attacks, you know, like how Final Fight those games usually have like the 2-button special attack. They don't do that in this game either, as far as I'm concerned.
So for me, I thought it was typical of many other 2D side-scrolling combat games. You could pick up a couple of weapons like a chain or a Molotov. There was one moment where I actually picked up a brick, and that sound effect was just perfect whenever I hit someone with it. they also have a shotgun, which is weird for this kind of game because there's not any like real like guns or weaponry, but you can pick up a shotgun and you can shoot people off of a bike as they're coming at you, which I thought was pretty neat. The bosses are kind of goofy and laughable in ways, but overall it was just a normal 2D side scroller for me.
First off, I just have to say this. Mark, you lucky I actually like you. I am not going to transport my way back here again if I have to play this game. No, I'm just kidding. This game, there are no words for it. I never played it in the arcade, so I don't have the memories attached to it like Mark and Johnny do. But the controls, it's like, why was there no jump? It drove me crazy. I kept trying to like, it made just pushing the button to jump. I kept pushing buttons to jump and it didn't work and it drove me crazy. I just headbutted across the screen like I'm trying to be like, I don't know, some wrestler that's just, wrestlers who shall not be named, like the fly dude flying headbutts. Or E Honda. But it was just driving me insane. But the thing on the bright side of this game, the only good thing about this game, you can riff on, and anything that's riffable, I do find enjoyable. So you are lucky in that regard, Mark and Johnny. I won't cut you off completely. So anyway, and you tortured poor Drew over there. How could you? No, but yeah, like Drew was saying, the sound effects, they were hilarious. You couldn't help but laugh at them. You can get the other weapons, you can use the chain on them and the whips and all that other stuff. Yeah, that's about it with this game. But I will also say this. You don't have to suffer for too long because this has to be one of the shortest 2D side-scrolling fighting games, beat-em-up games I've ever come across. You know, maybe it's just me, or maybe it's just an advantage because we can do the thing where you don't have to worry about losing your lives. You know, you get all those extra lives, so that probably had a lot to do with it.
So overall, I mean, it's the kind of game that's a lot more enjoyable with some buddies. We can all riff on it and everything, like Wendy said. But that's one thing, I just gotta say, I just really don't remember the game not having a jump on. I've already played it with other kids and stuff. I don't remember us ever saying like, yo, where's the jump? Or why can't the characters jump? We just accepted it and just played it. And now, like that's so weird. And yeah, you do actually have a super attack button. That I think the headbutts and the flying, those are like that game's version of the super attack button.
Wait, that's what be super attack?
Yeah.
Seems normal to me.
I know, but it's just, yeah, because the PS version gives you, I think it's just punch and kick, and you push them together, they do the super attack, and then the last button is doing the super attack by itself for people that don't want to push the two buttons. And the other button is the one that gives you the unlimited credits, unlimited mortgage payments to play the game.
Yeah, I had about 20 mortgages taken out for my character clubs too, but they're trying to find a jump button and push the button together, do special.
Yeah. But that was the major thing. The biggest thing that just surprised me. No jump button. And I honestly don't remember that as a kid back in the 90s playing it. I don't remember that I didn't have a jump button. Like, what the fuck? Even Double Dragon like has a jump button by pushing the two buttons together, you know? It's weird. So anyways guys, yeah, that's any final thoughts on this game?
Hitting people in the head with a brick was fun.
Yeah. And I don't know, Johnny, you were probably right. This probably is a better game to play with all four players.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
it probably wouldn't have been as fun just you and me playing this one.
Oh no.
Yeah. So anyways guys, Mark Rodriguez here, signing off for Video Game Masters.
Drew from Najits.
Johnny Rodriguez.
Ninja Joopy or Joopy Chan or Wendy, your choice. I will see you guys later. Maybe. I'm still trying to decide on whether I want to come back or not.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Adios.
Bye.
You all got better vision than I do. Are we all in there? Yes, we're all in there.
All squeezed together, all close and personal.